1, 2, 3. It's going to be a great show.
Great show.
You've got mail.
Do you remember the 90s?
Come on, Uncle Phil, this is the 90s, man.
Man, it's the 90s. It's hammer time. Come on.
It's the 90s, remember? Microchips, microwaves, faxes, earphones.
Ma, it's the 90s. You can call it what it is.
Yada, yada, yada.
I can be anything I want to be. It's the 90s.
What, are you nuts? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you.
Wake up and smell the 90s.
Did you guys hear?
What?
That the police are here?
Why?
If I touch my crotch during the show, I'm going to be arrested.
Are you serious?
What?
Are they backstage now?
They arrested Bobby Brown for fucking on stage.
Did they?
They arrested him for fucking on stage.
That's called jealousy.
Can you tell from that clip?
I can, and I'm excited.
Are you? Why?
Both mentally and erotically.
Okay.
Because we are going to be talking about Madonna.
That is correct. Woo-woo! What gave you that clue?
I know Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare was a constant rotation on Bravo, of all things.
Yeah, it's a great documentary.
Yeah, back in the day when Bravo did fun things.
Yeah, I rewatched it like a week or two ago.
And did it hold up?
It did, actually. It's pretty good.
It's a good documentary.
Yeah, and the conceit of the documentary is that the backstage stuff is all black and white and the performance stuff is all in color.
It's not a puff piece.
No,
I mean... You can see that she can be kind of annoying or bratty a lot.
There's definitely a scene where I think it's Warren Beatty who's sitting in the corner saying, like, why are you letting them record this? This is... You're seeing a throat doctor. Why? And she's like, yeah.
That's
full
my
access.
favorite part of that documentary. But I'm sure we're going to get there. I'm sure we're going to get there.
Warren Beatty is your favorite part? Yeah, he's good. Well, why don't we start with you telling me your 90s experience with Madonna?
90s experience with Madonna is more than any of her other decades.
Oh, me too, for sure.
I enjoyed Madonna. I knew of her as the Material Girl, but I was too young to really be into her. I was still rocking the Weird Al parodies of her song,
right,
like a surgeon.
Let me just do a quick introduction to who exactly Madonna is. She was born August 16th, 1958 in Bay City, Michigan. Her mother, Madonna Louise Fortin, was born in 1933 and died at the age of 30. And her father was Anthony Ciccone, because that is her last name, her official last name. And
but her actual name is Madonna.
It is, yes. Madonna, I believe it's Madonna Louise Ciccone. Yep. And then her father remarried a woman named Joan. So she had a stepmother for most of her life. She had a bunch of siblings, Anthony, Martin, Paula, and Christopher. And then step siblings, Jennifer and Mario. Do you know how she started out?
She was a dancer?
She was a dancer. She moved to New York City in 1978 and did a bunch of dance stuff, specifically performed at clubs. She had her debut album in 1983.
What kind of clubs are we talking about?
I believe one was called Danceteria, and she would perform.
Okay.
And that's how she got her notoriety. And she had a few albums in the 80s. Probably the most well-known is the one from 1989, Like a Prayer.
She was always controversial, but that took it to the next level with that video.
Yeah. Can you describe the video a little bit?
She somehow, I don't remember what the situation is. She ends up in a church. Mm-hmm. She prays to Jesus on the cross, who ends up being embodied as an African-American gentleman, or rather hot African-American gentleman.
I don't know if he was considered Jesus or a saint, but yeah, it's that gist.
Yeah, and they begin to make out, I believe, of some sort. Mm-hmm. There's erotic tension.
Yes. There's also some burning crosses.
There's burning cross. Oh, that's right. She was dancing with the burning crosses. That's right.
And there was Stigmata.
There was Stigmata at play. Now,
do you remember what popular brand was somewhat involved with this and then backed out?
Like as product placement in the video?
No, like using the music in the product advertising. Oh. She didn't explain to this very, very large company what her music video was going to look like. So
what year was this again?
1989.
Yeah, I was not a consumer at this point.
You might have been a consumer of this.
Okay.
Because it was Pepsi.
Pepsi. I was a Coke guy. I have to admit, or generic.
Well, but soda would have been in the life of an 11-year-old, possibly.
Okay. Pepsi. Okay.
Yeah. So there was a whole thing with Pepsi. In January 1989, Madonna signed an endorsement deal, and then she debuted Like a Prayer.
Do you know what other popular 80s brand was endorsed in a movie and got flack for it? Pepsi endorsed and got flack for it and eventually backed out. They did this again.
No, I don't know.
Garbage Pail Kids, the movie.
Oh, God. Okay.
they come out of a bus saying, chugging it and saying it's the choice for new generation.
Yeah. Anyway, here's part of that commercial.
Okay.
Go ahead. Make a wish.
It seems very self-serious for a Pepsi commercial, although, I mean, it was her watching a supposed
like a home
recreation
movie,
of home movie of herself.
I think so, yeah. So that was 1989. So we're not actually yet into the 90s. Do you know what happened in 1990?
Was that the year of Dick Tracy?
Yes.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Dick Tracy? I've seen it a long time ago. It's impossible to find.
Dick Tracy is the epitome of a cult hit. I can't tell you it's good. I find it quite enjoyable.
The makeup is spectacular, but it's not a great movie.
It was great for all the same reasons that Cleopatra was great back in the day, because of all of the behind the scenes shenanigans going on.
That's right. Yes. So Madonna started dating Warren Beatty in that movie because he is Dick Tracy.
And what was the name of the character that she played in that movie?
Breathless Mahoney.
Breathless Mahoney.
That's right. And weirdly, one of her biggest musical hits of her entire career was from this soundtrack.
And it was written by?
Well, I don't know.
Stephen Sondheim.
Vogue?
Oh, Vogue is in this?
I'm pretty sure it's the credit song because it's not on an album.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't go, but the song that she sings in the movie, I think there's two songs she does. Sooner or Later is Stephen Sondheim.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because Vogue was not on. It was on that soundtrack.
Really? Okay. So we'll fact check this and get it on back. I'm gonna put a little recording of myself in here. Whether this passes the smell test. Yeah. I'm gonna call foul.
According to Wikipedia, is a song by American singer Madonna from her soundtrack album I'm Breathless, music from and inspired by the film Dick Tracy.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah. So, yeah, all I was saying is that I had that cassette of I'm Breathless because I wanted the song Vogue, and I didn't understand at 12 years old what like movie soundtracks were and why it wasn't a Madonna album. It was an album that had two songs by Madonna.
Well, this was also I think this was the beginning of, you have the soundtrack of the movie, and then you have the soundtrack, the songs like
songs inspired by,
mm-hmm. which is almost like a concept. This sounds like it's almost like a concept album.
I mean, kind of. I'm pretty sure that Sooner or Later and stuff is on that album as well.
Okay, all right.
But it wasn't like a Madonna album. It was a Dick Tracy album. I mean, she'd only been around. Well, I guess if she started in '83, by 1990, yeah, she'd only been in the public eye for 7 years. But that, I mean, I guess is just a show of just how she blew onto everybody's radar so quickly and dominated pop culture.
Oh, immediately.
Immediately.
The minute that she went on to in the 80s on the MTV Music Awards and did the whole thing in the corset where she was rolling around on the stage, like writhing.
Yeah, that was like a virgin, I think.
Yeah, like a virgin. That was the end of it. There was there's no stopping her.
Yeah, I think that was 1987. You can double check that.
And also, if Weird Al makes a parody of your song, you've made it.
Definitely, definitely. Now, can you tell me about the cultural impact of Vogue? Sort of what it was referencing.
This was the one thing I was aware of, was I kept hearing that people were angry at her about this because she basically
it was cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation, yes. It was in the dance hall scenes. of New York, which I only really know from the documentary Paris is Burning.
Me too.
Which is an amazing documentary which talks about all these different teams. Basically, it's almost like a sports movie, but about these different teams of dance hall queens.
Yeah. And then the other thing is the in that song is the references to the movie stars.
That's right.
Now,
Greta Garbo.
do you think that the two of us, without looking, we can look at each other? Can we list the whole thing?
You can start off. There's always one that I can't. There's always
Greta Garbo, Anne Monroe, Dietrich and DiMaggio.
Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean on the cover of a magazine.
Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean.
That's right.
Picture
That's
of a beauty queen.
They had style. They had grace.
I think we skipped
Rita
something.
Hayworth gave good face.
Lawrence with an attitude.
Tell us that we're in the mood.
No, it was a name, but something in the mood. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. Strike a pose.
There's nothing to it. Vogue.
Yeah, Vogue. So it's Greta Garbo, Marilyn Monroe, Marlene Dietrich, Joe DiMaggio, Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, Grace Kelly, Jean Harlow, Jean Kelly, Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Rita Hayworth, Lauren Bacall, Katharine Hepburn, Lana Turner, and Betty Davis.
Lauren Bacall, Betty Davis. Yeah, those are the ones we missed there.
Yeah.
That's the one where she's on like a spinning wheel and she's just floating. It's like
kind of. It's a really cool video. I mean, I would look it up if anybody was at all interested. Honestly, I'd watch any of her music videos. It does appear that she seems to own everything because there's a Madonna YouTube channel and it's her. Like, so all of the clips, all of the music videos are directed to her page.
Oh, wow.
So Dick Tracy was not her first film. Can you tell me what her other films were prior?
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Yes. I think that was like her first, like her breakout. I think she'd done like itty bitty parts and stuff that nobody knew anything about. But yeah,
Body of Evidence was in the 90s.
Yes.
The Candle, the William Dafoe Candle Sex Wax movie.
Yep.
League of Their Own. What year was League of Their Own?
No, we're still looking at the 80s.
We're still looking at the 80s.
No, she did Who's That Girl?
Who's That Girl?
And Shanghai Surprise.
That's right, with her husband at the time, Sean Penn. That film is a nightmare. Anyone who sees that instantly forgets it and regrets. It's forget and regret. That is the rating of that movie.
Yeah. So let's give a little bit of a context to Sean Penn. She was married to Sean Penn from 1985 to 1989. And he is most well known for winning 2 Oscars, one for Milk, one for Mystic River. He was nominated 3 other times. He was in Dead Man Walking. And one of the things that he is very, very known for, and the kids might even know this one, is Jeff Spicoli.
Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's right. So, so
he orders the pizza into the classroom.
That's right. And later, after he divorced Madonna, he married Robin Wright, who is Jenny from Forrest Gump. She was not married at all in the 90s.
Oh, well, so yeah, because Guy Ritchie wasn't until the 2000s, which we're kind of...
which was 2000.
Which we can kind of talk about, but we're not supposed to.
Right. But
we're already pushing it with our 80s.
Right. Well, we can still give a context for Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie and her were married from 2000 to 2008. They have a son. Her second child is his biological child. And he is the director of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, and he directed Madonna in Swept Away in 2002.
Have you seen Swept Away?
I have. I remember nothing.
I
know that it's a remake.
Swept Away.
Yeah, I know that it's a remake, and the director of the original one was appalled. So let's get into the 90s for Madonna's movies. So
that's what we're here for.
So after Dick Tracy, do you know which very famous director who worked with about everybody, especially in the 90s, directed her next film? He's very old, but still alive.
Oh my God. Still alive.
Still alive. The director.
I can't even think. No.
Woody Allen.
She's in a Woody Allen movie.
Yep. Shadows and Fog.
What?
1991.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I have seen that, but again, I don't.
No,
remember
I've seen
very much.
Shadows and Fog. I didn't even remember that Madonna was in that movie.
Yeah,
It must have been a very small role.
It was pretty small. I just thought it was interesting because that was the time period when Woody Allen was working with every single actor and actress. So after that was the documentary Truth or Dare, which is a great documentary. Highly recommend.
Which follows? What is the premise of it? It follows on her.
It follows her like world tour of Blonde Ambition, I believe.
It is the Blonde Ambition
tour, yeah. And yeah, it just follows her backstage. I think initially it was supposed to be more of a concert documentary, but she and her, singers and dancers were interesting enough to follow them, and she gave them access. So then next we will go with probably one of her more popular films, which you did mention already earlier.
A League of Their Own?
Yep.
Yeah, with Rosie O'Donnell. That's when they're still friends.
I don't know if they're still friends, but they were friendly for a really long time. And it was a weird random comedian and the biggest pop star that ever existed became besties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Let me play some clips.
No profit, no product.
Wait a minute. And what am I supposed to do, huh? Go back to taxi dancing? 10 cents so some slop can sweat all over me? I'm never doing that again. So you go back there and you tell old rich Mr. Chocolate Man that he ain't closing me down.
Do you remember the general premise of A League of Their Own?
Yeah, it's about it follows a fictional team, but in the real life time period of the women's baseball league that happened during wartime when all the men were off at war.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And yes, it was Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell, Lori Petty, and Gina Davis.
Peaches?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tom Hanks is in it.
Oh, that's of course. Tom Hanks was in it. But Gina
Lovitz.
Gina Davis was considered the star of it, I think.
Yeah. And Lori Petty was in it as well. Yeah, mm-hmm. Lori Petty was they were trying to make something of Lori Petty for a while.
Yeah. I thought it was a very charming film. I really enjoyed it.
That's all right. It's not bad. I mean,
I did see it in a theater.
Madonna's kind of chewing up the scenery in that film. She's kind of a little. Both of those characters, her and Rosie O'Donnell, are kind of cartoon.
That's okay.
Accents and stuff. They're the comic relief.
Nobody's asking Madonna to make any great leaps in acting.
Not yet.
Not yet. She's going to do that in 1993's Body of Evidence.
That's right. Have you seen Body of Evidence?
How about 1993's Dangerous Game?
I have no idea what that film is. That film does not exist. You just put words together.
I did. How about 1995's Four Rooms?
I have seen Four Rooms. I've seen her segment in Four Rooms.
She is in that.
I forgot who directed it, but
yeah. No, what is the film that is probably the best film that she has made?
Evita.
Of course.
Alan Parker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Evita went through a whole bunch of changes. I think they wanted to start making it in the 80s. They had random people, Meryl Streep was attached to it.
Well, Patti LuPone, who originated it, I believe,
probably.
or at least was the most famous one. First of all, it's a Andrew Lloyd Webber Broadway musical.
Yep, about Eva Peron,
mm-hmm.
the first lady of. Why don't I know?
If you leave a big enough gap, I can just make it sound. Just give me a clean version of First Lady of, and you'll sound real smart.
Yeah.
So smart.
So smart. Anyways, Eva Peron, who died at age of 33. So yeah, this was the movie where Madonna really pushed for it. She really, really wanted this role. And she worked really hard on her voice.
The other non-Madonna related introduction to the world of English cinema in this film, Antonio Banderas.
Oh, Antonio Banderas, yeah.
Antonio Banderas steals the film from Madonna.
I really do think so. So in the 90s, prior to this, Antonio Banderas was hot. He was in movies that were getting a lot of attention. And I think I saw some of them and I didn't get it. And then I saw Evita and I got it. I was like, oh, Antonio Banderas makes sense to me. He was just so charming and so funny and clever. He was great in that. And of course, it also stars Jonathan Pryce as her husband. And the soundtrack was great too. It has all the great songs that familiar with.
There's no denying if you have one Madonna film to see Evita.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Argentina, of course. That's the country.
Now I have to leave it in.
The country of Argentina. Jesus Christ.
I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
So this was her Golden Globe acceptance speech.
I have been so incredibly blessed this past year.
She started doing that weird accent.
Thankful for.
That's right. This is the point where she became British immediately.
Almost
We're
British.
watching it.
Almost British.
Making this movie was an incredible adventure for me, both artistically and spiritually, and I learned so much.
But it was also the year that she got pregnant with her daughter.
That'll get you serious.
Yeah, so she was pregnant during a lot of the shooting of Evita.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she was somebody who, I don't know, when I was a teenager was like, oh, well, she's never going to have children, right? Because she was 38 when she had her first one.
Yeah.
And then she ended up having 6.
She just seemed...
2 biological.
Just not for real, but she seemed wildly irresponsible most of the time, too, to a majority of people.
Oh, 100%. Well, because she was so, not antagonistic, but like she was pressing buttons.
Yeah, she's bratty.
With everything that she was doing, yeah.
Because she's very good at making pop music.
Okay, I got to tell you something. So I took one of our kids to Trader Joe's a couple weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure Ray of Light was on, and I started I could not help it. I started jamming in the Trader Joe's, and the guy at the register was like, oh, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was like, oh, someone that happy, I have to give your kid a lollipop. And he gave our kid a lollipop because I was jamming to Madonna. So now Madonna is grocery store music, but that's okay. So let's move on to her music. What was your favorite album? Did you own any of these?
I only owned Bedtime Stories.
Really?
Which is my favorite.
That's surprising.
Which was late 90s.
Yes. Bedtime Stories was 1994.
Oh, geez.
Mid-90s.
I was spending that money. That was the year I got my first job.
Really?
So I had money to buy CDs. I was just thinking it was later because I had expendable income. But
yeah. So I was raised pretty conservatively. For a long time, all I listened to was radio country music because that's what my parents listened to. And then, you have friends that start to influence you and, oh, you need to get into popular music or whatever. And I remember a conversation where we were at a music store and I was like, should I buy Madonna or should I buy Cher? Because those were literally the only 2 musical artists that I knew when I was 10 or 11 or whatever. And I ended up getting her self-titled first album, Madonna, with the black and white cover.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that one on cassette. I don't think I ever owned Like a Virgin. I did not own True Blue. I did own a cassette of Like a Prayer. I did not have Erotica. And we'll get into Erotica a little bit because there's other things involved with that. And I put it on today to listen to it. I don't know that album at all. Yeah. Erotica. I don't know Erotica except for that first, the main song.
I remember a lot of it being these interstitials that are basically ASMR sex sounds.
I think in retrospect, it's probably good because I was 14 when Erotica came out. And, just based on the title alone, it's not something that we have a 14-year-old. She doesn't need to be listening to Erotica either. And so I'm kind of glad I never was into that album. I do think I have a CD of Bedtime Stories. I definitely have a CD of Ray of Light, which became one of her most popular and critically successful albums. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I do. That's one of the reasons why I didn't get it, because I was that kid. It's like, I don't like commercial music.
Boo!
Yeah, I'm sure it was in some car commercial, and I just went, screw this noise.
Yeah. And so since 2000, she's made 7 other albums, and I don't have any of them. Now, I do really like the couple of albums that I did listen to at the time. I think Ray of Light is a great album. Bedtime Stories. Did you know that the song Bedtime Story is written by Bjork? Also, the video was directed by Mark Romanek. Here's a fun fact that I found out. That record is permanently at the MoMA in New York.
Bedtime Stories.
The song Bedtime Story.
Oh.
Just that song. And the music video that goes along with it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
So would you say that Madonna is like one of those kind of musicians that's just, that rare one's just 4-quadrant, pretty much? I mean, she may push buttons and stuff, but no matter how crazy it got, my mom had a Madonna album. She had like a best of album she
What
used to
does
listen
4-quadrant mean? I don't know what that means.
It just means that it appeals to all the different demographics, like kid or teens, adults.
Yeah, I mean, I
like,
think now maybe it does. I think it was pretty provocative early on, and it was one of those things where she's ruining our children kind of situation. I think as she aged and she became a little bit more artist and less provocateur, I think that that's probably the case. And now we listen to her music.
She's a Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
So here is a fun little clip.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with your host, Linda Richmond.
Linda, don't talk to me. I'm having a bad hair day. By the way, this is my mother. She's visiting from Scottsdale.
That's Roseanne.
I live in Scottsdale for my health. I have trouble with my woman's problem, and I'm gassy.
Okay. We don't need to listen to Roseanne any more than we absolutely have to. What do you think is Madonna's most provocative creative project?
Oh, the sex book.
That's right. Can you describe the sex book? Have you seen it in person?
Have you seen it? Yes, I was a pure-blooded American boy who
14.
could go to it. Yeah, right in line for the sex book.
Really?
Well, I mean,
Do you have it?
No. You would go to the Barnes & Noble. It's up on the shelf.
But it was also wrapped.
It was wrapped. They had an open copy.
Really?
They did. So you could just go in and just flip through it.
Effectively pornography at a Barnes & Noble when you were 14?
Yes, I remember they actually put it right next to Mapplethorpe.
Well, that would be equivalent. I mean, because can you describe? I have only seen what the press has released of these photos. No. Can you describe what is in it?
100% I do not endorse a 14-year-old giving the book the Madonna Sex, but as an inquisitive teenager, it was something.
And it was the 90s, so rules didn't matter.
But everyone was talking about it, and it was like this thing, and it was Madonna. And it was a celebrity that was naked and supposedly doing things that we did not understand, but were interested and exciting. So you'd go and look at the book, and it's basically a very well made book. I mean, it's a very good photography. It was photographed
by Stephen Meisel.
Yeah, it's an oversized, basically coffee table book.
However, it was coil bound, if I remember correctly, right? So from what I understand, the physical book did not age very well.
Oh,
it
really?
Fell apart. So it's really hard to find copies of it. Like I did look, and it's also a 30-year-old book, but they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
But it was impressive. It was big. It was wrapped, like you said. So it was also, but they for some reason our Barnes & Noble had one open that you could just sift through. And it wasn't anything like hardcore, but it was
it was full
erotica.
Frontal.
It was full frontal erotica, like black and white photography.
So she drew criticism for it, but she called it a poetry journal. And it was it all black and white or mostly black and white?
I think as far as I remember, I think it was all black and white.
Yeah.
I would put it on the art side. It's provocative, but there's nothing.
But it's artistic.
It's artistic.
Yeah, it sold 1.5 million copies in 3 days.
Wow.
Sex went on sale today around the world for $50. Business was brisk after a blitzkrieg of hype and promotion rarely seen in publishing. Madonna's photo fantasy book arrived at the stroke of midnight, just like Cinderella.
We're excited about it. We're just curious, like everybody else.
On their honeymoon.
I remember the media coverage was quite extensive.
Yeah, no, I mean, and she wanted that.
Yeah.
She was provocative
Yeah.
in that way. She liked pushing buttons
Totally.
and screwing with people.
And it was released simultaneously with the album Erotica.
Erotica, yeah. The only other person who was doing this kind of multimedia kind of thing was Prince.
Yeah.
Who would put out like CDs, interactive CD-ROMs, put out little movies and videos and books and all types of stuff. Like Madonna was, I wouldn't say ahead of her time, but she was savvy.
Right. She put out 80 music videos.
I believe it.
80 music videos is crazy. I think that there's an element of her never being fully confident in her singing skills. She's an okay singer. She's a great dancer. She really, really is a very good dancer, but she's a good singer. Do you remember her children's books?
I know the children's books only because when we got
We
married,
own
they
two.
became part of our collections. I remember trying to read one and just
They're not
being
great.
like, it's up there next to Julie Andrews' Dumpy.
Yeah.
you know?
They're cute, but it's funny. She wrote 5 children's books: The Adventures of Abdi, The English Roses, which we own, Latza de Kasha, Mr. Peabody's Apples, which we own, and Yakov and the Seven Thieves. They all sold well, and it was a weird collab.
In the 90s, did she get into Kabbalah? Or was that later on in the 2000s?
She started getting into that around the Ray of Light time.
Yeah.
And I think she evolved with it, Kabbalah and Hinduism and Buddhism and yoga and all that stuff. And when you listen to Ray of Light, it definitely has sort of an Eastern electronica influence. Now, you know that she had a record company, or not a record company. She had a record
Label? No. Who else did
Maverick.
she produce? Oh, Maverick. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was hers.
That was hers. Probably the most popular album that was not hers, that was released under Maverick, is Jagged Little Pill.
Okay.
By Alanis Morissette, which was huge.
Yeah. I can see ladies helping ladies with that one.
Totally. And then she was bought out in 1999 for $20 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't it was pretty short-lived when she had it, but can you think of people she dated? So one of them appears in the book Sex.
Okay.
At least one of them. But
was it a dancer or something that she was with?
No, it was a rapper.
A rapper. Oh, Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice was in the book Sex and was mad about it. And they dated for a short amount of time.
I do remember that. Remember that.
She also dated Tupac Shakur at one point.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah. Basquiat.
Really?
Back in the early days in New York.
Okay.
And Dennis Rodman. Do you know about her infamous F-bomb interview with David Letterman?
You are always me on the show. You are always me on the show. You are always with me on the show.
So apparently that was 13 times in maybe 15 minutes.
Letterman is definitely a Boy Scout. And I find that the funniest times is when he is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Check out our Drew Barrymore episode.
Yeah, she also, in 1992, she did a commercial for Rock the Vote, which was an MTV thing.
I mean, first you have to call up the Board of Elections and find out how to vote, right? And you know what that means? That means they're going to put you on hold and you're going to have to listen to Kenny G for a half an hour.
Oh, we hate that.
You're making my hair too poofy.
Who do you think, in terms of contemporary performers, are most influenced by Madonna?
I mean, the easy answer on that to me is Lady Gaga.
I think so.
I mean, and Lady Gaga deliberately, I think she has carved her own path, but I think it's very obvious that she saw Madonna, saw that path, saw what she did, and she's like, I want to be that.
Yeah. Well, I think that she really learned from Madonna the multimedia aspect of things in terms of having a specific look for an album and having really idiosyncratic costumes and recognizable periods for her performances. Katy Perry has a touch of that.
Katy Perry has
very on the pop side.
Yeah.
Even Gwen Stefani, who was a little bit younger than Madonna and came up behind her. But I really don't think that there's anybody comparable currently. I mean, Taylor Swift maybe would be comparable, although in a very different vibe, but just sort of the dominance of culture that Madonna had in the 90s.
But the relationship to the audience is the same.
It's I think
the idea of engagement with the audience.
Yeah. I do think that if Madonna was young in our current pop culture existence, she would probably be similar to Taylor Swift in that way.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got for Madonna. I recommend watching any of the music videos. Watch Evita if you can. A League of Their Own is pretty good. Watch Truth or Dare.
Find a copy of the sex book if it still hasn't biodegraded.
Yeah. All right. This has been
Dave
and Cheryl
in the 90s.
See you next time.
See you next time. Got a favorite 90s moment or topic you want us to dive into? We'd love to hear about it. If you think we got everything wrong, we'd love to hear about that too. Drop us an email at andthe90spod@gmail.com, link in the episode description, and you can be damn sure that we'll read your comments on the show. Also, if you're digging the show, please rate, comment, subscribe, and tell everyone you know to check us out. It really does make a difference. Till next time, remember, we're nostalgia for the olds and education for the youths.